Good afternoon and welcome to the VB Digital Desk. I'm your host, Sarah Good. Today we're going to be talking about Jackalope Festival. It's back for the second year. Last year they had a great turnout. This year we're expecting even more fun, even more events. So I'm going to bring on executive producer and founder Micah DeForge to talk to us about what we're going to expect next weekend. Micah, thanks so much for being back on the show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you're back for a second year, which, says volumes, I think, about the impact of it last year, how people were excited by it, all the people that turned out to it. What's the second year mean to you?
Second year is epic. Like we had a very strong first edition, and we were really, really stoked to see how many people kind of showed up. The weather was kind of good, but on that Saturday night where we had Tony Hawk on the beach, it was a bit stressful, I won't lie. There was like a northeastern coming our way. So luckily, the show went on. Everyone showed up. We had thousands of people on the ocean front, and we're feeling the hype for the second edition next weekend.
Absolutely. And I'll put some video up on the screen that'll show some of the shots from last year. But as you mentioned, I know there were some wind issues last year and things, but the base jump and skydiving still happened just at different times. So hopefully the weather will hold out and you guys will have a perfect weekend down there at the oceanfront. I mean, just tell us a little bit, for those who maybe weren't able to come out last year, for those who are coming back, just a little refresher about what you all are bringing action sport wise.
For sure. So basically, Jackalope is one of the biggest action sports festival in North America and in the world, I would say. We do three festival a year. Virginia Beach is the first one in the US. It's basically free for the public. We are based out of Montreal. We also do one in Toronto. So we got two events in Canada, one in the US. But yeah, this one coming up, second edition, Virginia Beach. Come and check it out. Free skateboarding contests. We got street and vert competitions this year. We're building a custom skate park on the ocean front, which is being built right now. It's just there for the weekend. So we got a massive like skateboarding competition happening. We got a vert ramp, which is like that half pipe. And we have climbing, base jumping from the top of the Hilton, freestyle motocross, BMX, live music. The whole event is free for folks who want to come and enjoy themselves, which is super cool. And there's going to be some competition, some initiation, lots of vendors, food trucks, and lots more.
And I think, just as, a viewer last year, checking out everything, we're seeing the bouldering wall right there, but, checking everybody out, all the athletes, like the talent was crazy last year. I'm assuming it's going to be similar this year.
Yeah, we got lots of people coming up for the event. Like we got local hero Colin Graham, which is a vert skater that's right now competing at X Game and all those big events. We got also international pros coming from Canada, Brazil, Argentina, and all across the US, of course. So there's going to be a lot of established professional athletes that are going to show up, some up and coming. And I think that's the beauty of Jackalope. You can see some under 7 years old skaters learning to skate and competing in a very friendly environment. We call that the Pup Cup. We got the Groms category, which is usually 16 and under, and we got the open categories, which are open for everyone and anyone. Plus, we have the real pros that are coming and going straight to semifinals in all of the discipline we represent. So I think from a viewer standpoint, come and check it out. If you want to register your kid, there's still a few spots left in those competition. If you just want to come and try it out, we also have the opportunity for people to buy what we call a shredder pass or try out some of those activities. But yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend for sure in Virginia Beach with everything happening with Point Break Festival as well. The Vibe District is going to be popping. And then, yeah, Jackalope, I think, is just a cherry on top.
Right, the concert just happening down the beach, but you guys are going to have some live music out as well.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have, like some amazing talent, both curated locally, and we have a couple of big names that are being announced right now. We got NEMS that is going to be showcased, and we got Family and Friends. Family being from Virginia Beach, and you have that and friend kind of intriguing part that where we can't really disclose who is the and friend part, but I would say stay tuned. It's going to be very exciting. Thanks to Skull Candy and and some of our partners, we're bringing some live music to the mix, which last year we only had DJs. We still have those DJs playing tunes all weekend long. But yes, some live entertainment on Friday night and Saturday night in Neptune Park by 31st Street.
Well, you heard it here first. If you're watching, check out who the special talent and guest is going to be next weekend. I think it's so cool because, especially for some local athletes, especially if you're younger and you're just getting into it, to be able to sort of rub shoulders and to be able to hang out with some of these athletes too and maybe be inspired by them, I feel like it's just such an awesome opportunity.
For sure, our goal is really to inspire the youth and inspire everyone, to kind of either renew their path with action sports, try it out, maybe if they have a board or if they have a pair of climbing shoes. I think it's a very unique environment, where you can see all those communities coming together. There's no other event like this, where you can see climbing at the same time, then base jumping. So folks jumping with a parachute from the top of the Hilton and landing on the beach, skydiving and landing on the beach, freestyle motocross, skimboarding in the water, live music, all of that for free. I think it's pretty unique. And thanks to the support of the city of Virginia Beach, we're able to bring this cool entertainment piece in Virginia Beach for a second year in a row.
And those who aren't familiar with exactly where it is, it's right by Neptune Park. So it's really cool to see people base jumping right next to Neptune, to see all the events happening. And I mean, I don't know for you, but it's different than obviously the other two, but have it on the ocean front, I just think is such a unique venue and place to be.
You're right, because the event was born in Montreal, Canada, which is a very urban setting by the Olympic Park. So a lot of concrete. We're expanding in Toronto by the city of Mississauga, which is also a very central urban environment. So to have the Jackalope Festival on the beach, on the sand, and have that, celebration of the roots of action sports culture in Virginia Beach by the water, I think it's super cool and unique. But it also create a postcard for all Canadian and international and domestic tourists looking for a cool destination, family-friendly destination. I think that speaks volume of how Virginia Beach can be very welcoming for everyone and anyone. And I think that's also a very different value proposition in terms of event production. It brings something unique for everyone that is sports, action sports oriented.
Definitely. And you guys had about 50,000 people, I want to say, there last year, which is great. And I think for bystanders, for people just, yes, walking on the boardwalk or the people participating, I think there's so much action that, you sort of feel in it, even if you're just right there on the edge, watching people. There's a video right there. Yeah, jump off. You can just be right over there.
Yeah, I think that's super cool. You can just coming out, hang out, and just have a good time. If you want to participate, you can register. But like I said, I think it's super cool to enjoy for everyone and anyone in the family. Come and spend a couple minutes, a couple hours, or spend the 3 days if you want to. I would say book your hotel if you're from outside of town. It's going to be a party and a good time for sure.
And I wanted to mention too, skateboarding obviously is also part of the Olympics, and that's coming up pretty soon. And we're sort of opening up to more action sports. How does that feel? You're somebody who's trying to inspire and get the word out. How does it feel for it to be more on that international stage, excuse me?
No, it's such an exciting time in the action sports world. Like you got the Tokyo Games, which introduced in 2021 skateboarding for the first time. And then there was also surfing and climbing being introduced. This year in 2024, in July, there's going to be the Paris Games. And, we're a month prior to games. So we're already kind of feeling that buzz around cool sports, skateboarding, rock climbing, and also BMX. We don't really feature BMX, but still action sport is really, being celebrated during the Olympics. But I think the interesting part is the 2028 games, which are happening in LA in the US, and that's 4 years from now. So I think an event like Jackalope could feature future Olympians. And there's also talk that the discipline that we push really hard, which is vert skateboarding or the half pipe, if you want, might be added in the 2028 games. So someone like Colin Graham, that is local hero to Virginia Beach, skating already at the top level right now. If vert skateboarding is added in 2028 in LA, would he be potential medal material? Who knows? But it's exciting to see, right now, like skateboarding and being in the forefront of such a massive stage. And we're here to really kind of present skateboarding in its best way.
Right. And, lifting that up, lifting up those local athletes, I think that's a great side of this, to give talent opportunity, right? To have moments and to work and sort of improve and also compete and hopefully win. I know that that's a big part of this as well, to see those champions out there.
Yeah, for sure. Because remember, like maybe it's not obvious, but our event is an open event for everyone to register. And sometimes some of those big event out there, you got to get invited to participate at such a high level of competition. We pride ourselves to have equal pay between men and women. And we also pride ourselves to be an open registration competition. So everyone and anyone who feels that they want to give it a shot can register, and that creates the path to eventually being recognized and eventually earn some money and then maybe pursue a professional career if they want to. And I think that's an opportunity that is not so often in the industry.
And a lot of those heats last year, those were all full. So that's great to see too, I bet, to see people actually wanting to come out and compete. It means this is an opportunity that they needed.
Yeah, for sure. And we already see a bunch of those registration category being sold out right now. People traveling from all across the US and internationally, as I mentioned, Puerto Rico, Peru, Argentina, Brazil, the US, Canada. So there's folks coming from a long way to trying to get a spot on the podium and also just being recognized. This is like a very unique event that has a good reach, and having also three festivals under the Jackalope name. We have a series this summer, so we're starting in Virginia Beach, then going to Mississauga in July, and then finishing up in Montreal in September. It creates also a momentum because those athletes also want to travel and they want to win more money, be more visible. So I think having three events will also give a broader platform, but we're pretty proud to start in the US with you guys.
Absolutely. So let's hope, right, that we have a good kickoff, to your saga that's happening this summer. And I know the dates are flashing across the screen, but if you're watching on YouTube, wavy.com, or on Facebook, it's linked, so you can go right to the website. And I know that you all have posted the full schedule already, so that's up there. You can actually get more information on some of the athletes competing, some of the featured ones, and some of the pros coming out. So I think that's a really cool opportunity too to scope it out, obviously, before you get there, see what events you want to see.
Yeah, come and check it out. Arrive soon. It starts Friday at 5 p.m., May 31st, and then Saturday, Sunday. All the schedule and details are on the website and on Instagram. That's kind of our main social platform at Jackalope Fest. I think it's going to be a pretty epic edition. There's a lot of hype. You see some footage right now on screen from last year where it was kind of windy on that Friday night. Now we're back to the sunny
The
weather.
sun, right?
Yeah, and we all hope, but that's our ramp from last year. This year we have twice the size of our
Wow.
ramp and lots of small surprises. You might remember the guy Chad Caruso that skated to America and arrived in VB. We brought back Chad this year, and he's going to be doing like a skate with the public. So he's going to skate from Second Street all the way to 31st Street, and people can skate with him on the boardwalk. There's going to be a small couple nice touch here and there, and I think it's cool if the viewers here have the time, go dive on the website and on social media. You'll see a lot of cool experience happening here and there all along the weekend.
Well, you're here to hear from Micah. If you're watching this later, be sure to head over to the website. There are the dates again. It's free to the public. There's some extra opportunities out there if you want them. But Micah, thanks so much for joining us to give us a little sneak preview, I guess, ahead of next weekend.
Thanks, Sarah. It's been a pleasure, and I wish I was there personally. Like I'm expecting a baby in the next couple of days.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
thank you, baby girl coming up in the next couple of days. So unfortunately, I have to stay back with the family, but my team's on the ground. They're already on setup mode. They're already kind of super excited, and I'll be watching from a distance. But I'm sending a lot of prayers and good vibes to everyone there. Have a good second edition, and thank you for this opportunity.
Well, congratulations to you. And if last year's any example, this year is going to be a hit as well. We'll just pray, that the weather is okay, and we'll check in with our team to see how that forecast is looking. But, congratulations to you, and excited to see your team out here next weekend.
Sounds good. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks, guys.